Now, as we all know, Erik Ten Hag is the big favourite to become the next Manchester United manager. Fantastic tactician, playing a lovely brand of football at Ajax. Covered it in a video last week, so make sure you go check it out after today's video. But today, we're going to look at how he would do with the Manchester United youngsters. We've got some exciting youngsters at Old Trafford. Erik Ten Hag has been pretty good, pretty successful with bringing through youngsters at Ajax. So what we've done is we've put a little database together. We're going to give Manchester United a 10-year transfer ban. We've cleared out some of the trash, and fingers crossed, Erik Ten Hag is going to have a little bit of time to put a new Manchester United team together. All right, let's go and dive into today's video and see how the class of 22 get on. A massive thank you to the OneFootball app for sponsoring today's video. The OneFootball app is available free to your mobile devices and is available via the link down in the description. The best place to get all the league news, transfer gossip, results, even live football and match highlights. I am using the OneFootball app daily at the moment, keeping up to date with everything that is going on in La Liga. In particular, keeping up with my beloved Athletic Club Bilbao, watching their match highlights, news and gossip, interviews as well. Not only can you follow leagues and teams, but also players. I've been using it to follow individual players' performances, have a look at their in-depth statistics throughout the season, which helps me create the tactic videos you are currently seeing on the channel for Football Manager. Thank you once again to the OneFootball app. Link down in the description. Go check it out. Go download it. It does support the channel. Right, let's get back into today's video. Right, boys, here we are. Welcome back to the channel. What I'd like you to do before we get into today's video, smash a like on today's video. That would be bloody lovely. There he is, Erik Ten Hag. We've also brought in a few other staff members. He's got Edwin van der Sar as his director of football. We've got Ralph Rangnick staying at the club as technical director. He's also got coaches Jaap Stam and Robin van Persie, just to give it a little bit of a new Man United feel. So what we've done is we have given the club a 10-year transfer ban. Does it say anywhere? It doesn't, but I have. And not only that, we've cleared out some of the crap, some of the players that are out of contract, some players that we just thought maybe needed to move on, and brought in a lot of players that are currently playing in the under-23s. So we've cleared out players like Henderson, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I moved him over to Crystal Palace. Eric Bailly, Paul Pogba, Jesse Lingard, Matic, Edison Cavani, players that are sort of like coming to the end of their career at Manchester United. Phil Jones is another one. And then we've brought through some exciting young players. So I've kind of changed squad status for a lot of them. So we've got Matt Gerardo, exciting young right back. He's not absolutely amazing in the game. I didn't use him in my DNA save that I did with Manchester United, just purely based on some of his mentals. But someone who I've given the opportunity to sort of like probably be a backup to Dalot over the first 3 or 4 seasons, you would have thought. We've kept Harry Maguire because I do think even though he's not in great form at the moment, Manchester United, I think he's club captain. He's on big wages. I can't see him leaving in the summer. But then we've brought in players like Mengi, who I'm quite a fan of. Deschamps Bernard. We've kind of recalled all these players back on loan. I think Bernard was maybe at Hull. I'm sure he's at Hull this year, off the top of my head. I could be completely wrong. We still got players like Lindelof. I think he's still got a role at the club. McTominay, Telles, Shaw, Dalot. Alvaro Fernandez, who's a less Spanish left-back. Fred, James Garner, another one that I'm a big fan of. He's had a really good season at Nottingham Forest. They'll either put him into the Premier League, I think, next year on loan, or they will definitely use him. We've called Zidane Iqbal up to the squad as well, an exciting number 10. Donny van der Beek, because it's Erik Ten Hag. Will he eventually get a go at Manchester United? Unlikely, I think, but you never know, because Ten Hag was a massive fan of him at Ajax. He may see him, he may already think of a role that he may be useful for the club. So I'm just going to give Donny one more season. Bruno, Jadon Sancho, Diallo's back off loan from Rangers. We've got Hannibal, who's another one. And if they go with Erik Ten Hag, there's a player that Hannibal just needs now first team football. He's done his 23s. A loan, I think if he's not guaranteed sort of like first team squad status next season, I do think a loan would do him the world of good. But we've got him for the time being. We've also got Garnacho, who's made an impressive start in the under-18s in the FA Youth Cup. Big thing about him at the moment, because he's already been called up to the Argentinian squad, but we all know why that is, because he's Spanish, and they're trying to nick, obviously, get him signed up to the Argentinian national team nice and early. But a player who would like to see really progress in this little experiment. And then other players, obviously, we've kept Ronaldo. He's going to stay, I think, for one more season. And we'd be very surprised if he leaves. Marcus Rashford, hopefully he can be the shining light, maybe potentially the new number 9 with us having this transfer embargo. And then Anthony Elanga, not absolutely amazing in the game. He has a nice little bump up with the updated database. Probably even going to be even better for FM23. And then 2 players that I actually like, Charlie Mcneal and Joe Hugo, both young players who've been playing in the under-23s and in the under-18s. So it is a very young Manchester United squad. So all right, so what we're going to do is now we're going to speed on 10 years and we're going to see how this very young, fresh Manchester United team does. My only real concern is actually goalkeepers. I think David De Gea will probably play till he's about 40 unless they get nice regions in. There's nothing amazing, I don't think, especially in terms of Football Manager. There's nothing amazing in the under-23s. Paul Woolston's actually injured in the game. He's actually just retired in real life. He's obviously not of a standard. And neither is Kovar, Bishop, me, all players that are not Manchester United standard. So I imagine David De Gea will be kept for as long as possible. All right, let's forward on 10 years. I'm guessing Erik ten Hag is not going to be here after 10 years. We're interested to see how long he actually lasts and how he manages to develop. We'll see which players sort of like move on and see how many trophies Manchester United have actually won. All right, let's skip forward to July the 1st, 2031. Right, here we are. So number 1, they are still in the Premier League. Nothing in terms of trophies Premier League. So what? Since the 21-22, Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal winning the last 2. No trophies. There is the squad. Players that I can recognise that are still there. Tuanzebe, Dalot, Isaac Hansen, I think, is there in the under-23s. He is. He's come on really nicely, actually. We're just going to have a quick overview and then we'll dive in. Sancho Rashford. Rashford is now, how old Rashford? 33. Sancho 31. Diallo 28. Hannibal. Shoretiri as well. I forgot about him. Garnacho is still there, so that's interesting. 27. So you would have thought in the peak of his powers. And then by the looks of it, they've got some youth regens in. So there's a few that have probably retired. By now. A couple of players that are maybe expected to be there are not. Who is in charge? Roberto De Zerbi. Okay, Sassuolo, right? Yeah, the Sassuolo, Shakhtar, went on to Milan, and then obviously at Manchester United. He's been with us for the last 6 years, so he must have done half a decent job. Now, how long did Erik ten Hag last? 2 years. Okay, 2 years, 161 days, finally lost his job. Halfway through what there would have been the third season. Carlo Ancelotti came in for a year and a half, and then De Zerbi. Erik ten Hag had a win percentage of 54%, Ancelotti 37%, 24 losses, more defeats than wins, and then Roberto De Zerbi 43%. So ten Hag, to be fair, has done all right. But you could say that's maybe because they had players like Fernandez, Ronaldo for the first few seasons. So that has maybe impacted how well Ten Hag did. Now, have they won any trophies? No. No is the simple answer. Euro Cup 2, so that's the Conference League. So that's the standard Man United are at, and they were runners up. That is how far they have fallen. So let's have a little look at... We're going to go do the league. Let's go back 2021-22. So they had a decent season. First season, they finished in 4th, which you would kind of expect because they still had Fernandez, McTominay, Fred, Ronaldo, Maguire, Varane, all of that. So you'd expect them, Luke Shaw, De Gea, so you'd expect them to maybe slowly slide. But so 76 points. They then finished 3rd, 72. Then they had a stinker. This is where Ten Hag was sacked just before Christmas. Then 10th, then 8th, 6th, 9th, 12th, 11th, 12th, and that's it. So not very successful. I imagine there's no Carabao Cups, there's no FA Cups. But what we'll do is now, we'll just have a little look and see which players have actually, the ones that have stayed with the club. So Tuanzebe, by the looks of it, has turned into a nice centre-half. I imagine he's racked up a lot of appearances. Yes, he has. Looks like he's been a massive part of the Manchester United squad. Dalot, I thought was another one because of his age as well. Massive part of the Manchester United squad. I'm quite surprised not to see Gerardo. I thought he would have been a nice little backup. Isaac Hansen, a couple of loan spells early on, Coventry at Dynamo Kiev, but then it started to really become a big part. Very nice. Mentals. Physical's not too bad as well for a player that's 5'9". Attacking sort of like midfielder, playmaker. Marcus Rashford, now 33. He's had 119 caps. Has he scored some goals? He has. He's done quite well. He's done very well. Apart from the first season, and as players started to leave, look, probably after this, after the Ronaldos have left, there he is. 21 goals, 20 goals, 19, 16, 16, 13 and 13. So he's had a really good Manchester United career. Jadon Sancho would surely be, yeah, he's had a really good career. Nice high average ratings. Not many caps for England though. Only 57 caps. And obviously at the age of 31, he's going to be on the downturn. So probably won't pick up many more caps. Diallo, a player that actually started to come on really nicely in my third season with my Manchester United save. Not kicked on amazingly. 28, peak of his powers, 92 caps. Has done okay. A couple of seasons there, done really well. 10 goals in 28 games. But by the looks of it, not a bit part player, but maybe more of a squad option. Hannibal has come on quite nicely. He's on 135 grand a week now. He's playing regular football, but by the looks of it, look, not retaining any kind of decent numbers in terms of goals and assists. His best season there, 27-28. Total of 11 goals in 52 appearances, 14 assists. Not absolutely amazing. You imagine he's probably playing as maybe a potentially deep line playmaker with a sort of like an average, a very average rating. A lot of averages there. Shorter Thierry has looked like developed into a nice player. 27 years old, yet to be capped by England, but is doing really well. 11 assists, 10 assists in his last few seasons. Right, here's the interesting Garnacho now. Has not actually progressed that well in a lot of his technicals, apart from his technique, his first touch, and his dribbling. His physicals have come on really well as well. Nice size in terms of physicality. Mental's not too bad. Hasn't kicked on. He's only had 2 caps for Spain. Has he kicked on in the save? No, he hasn't. He's struggled with assists in the Premier League, bizarrely. Played sort of like 3/4 of the games. Last season, 10 goals and 24 appearances, but no assists, which is a little bit strange. And then by the looks of it, they've created a few nice regens. Nothing absolutely amazing. No wonder they're sort of like languishing in mid-table, and they rely on Nathan Lloyd, to be fair, 25 years old, centre-half. He doesn't look too bad. Technicals could be a little bit better. 6'4". Craig Morris again, another player, fullback, looks half decent. Alan Ramsden, goalkeeper. Has he played much? No, hasn't played much at all. He had a 1 season there at Manchester United when he was 16 and hasn't played much since. They've got Philip Vincent Day, nice little left winger. He may become a little bit of a player. Now that's the current squad. Let's just see. Obviously, no transfers in, look. We're going to bring it right back. So after season 1, Paul McShane and Tom Heaton left, obviously retired. A lot of players leaving on free transfers. Nothing that I really moved up, to be fair. None of them I actually moved up during the season. James Garner left early and is now at Leeds United. Went to Hertha Berlin. Wow, went to Paris Saint-Germain, then Leeds. Okay, so he's turned into a nice midfielder, very nice midfielder at the age of 30. Man United probably should have kept hold of him. And then a few more loan deals. Season 3. Victor Lindelof went for 4.5, probably getting towards the end of his career. Omari Forson's a player that I think will get a little bit of an upgrade in FM23. Had a few nice little attributes, first touch, dribbling as a youngster, but has not kicked on in the game. Any players released? Chong, Ronaldo retired. Galbraith, Savage, Maya, Tellez released. Deschamps Bernard went to Middlesbrough. Ethan Laird left. A loan for Garnacho. Mengi went for 2 million. Any players released? Fred, Dylan Levitt. Did he play? Donny van der Beek. And Donny van der Beek, who's back at Ajax, funnily enough. No. Still was a bit part player. Toby Collier, who it was an interesting one that I kind of forgot about him because he's quite new to the club. Obviously, Man United got him this January from Brighton. Defensive midfielder, central midfielder, kind of okay. 27 years old, obviously has not kicked on in the game. Palestri, another one, probably a little bit way off. He's actually at Juventus in the game. Had to go via Mexico. Had a really couple of good seasons in there. Paid 11.5 million, but not kicked on. I don't think he's quite at the Manchester United level, to be honest. I can't see him having a big future at Old Trafford. Like he's actually struggling to get into the Alaves team at the moment. Iqbal, another one, actually doesn't look not too bad. He probably could warrant an actual place in the Man United lineup, or especially in the squad. Got released, but has had 4 or 5 really good seasons at Adelaide in Australia. Joe Hugo, now at Charlton, never really got the opportunity by the looks of it. Loads of loan spells. Has scored plenty of goals in League One though. Mark Gerardo has ended up Watford, but via Albacete. Probably just nothing more than a championship player. Nice physicals once again. Technicals need a little bit of work still. Rafa Varane has retired, but he went out to Lazio. Alanga went for 17 million. Harry Maguire went to Wolves. Harry Maguire still, no, he's a manager at the moment. Hasn't got a job yet. Bruno Fernandez went to Tottenham. He's 36. He's still in the game and did actually really well at Spurs. He's still racking up. At the age of sort of like 32, 33, look, he's still racking up. Look at his numbers from last season. 11 goals in 32 appearances, 7 assists for Bruno. Scott McTominay went to Newcastle, now retired. So like played the last few seasons. Oh, he's not that old, right? 34, so he's retired really early. He's literally, by the looks of it, he's literally just retired after a loan spell at Hertha Berlin. Brandon Williams has gone, 5.75, not really kicked on. This was an interesting one. Kobe Mainoo, who I think is really highly regarded at Manchester United. I think he's not quite got the numbers in the game to be an absolute world beater. Obviously released at Manchester United in the end of 2028 and has not kicked on. He's a League One player, but definitely someone that we're going to look at probably in maybe 3 or 4 years' time. I think he's like 16, 17 at the moment, so he's got a lot of work to do before he gets to that first team level. David De Gea, there he is. He's actually retired at the end of 2028, so they did keep him for a long time. He literally played till he was sort of like 37. Another one is Charlie Mcneal. Actually, looking at it, he really should be at Manchester United based on the quality that they've actually got at the club. He's in the Sky Bet Championship. He's left Manchester United only a couple of seasons ago, probably because he hasn't been playing. He did actually play 25 league games, but only scored 3 goals. Maybe played more of a wide player potentially, but attribute-wise, he isn't too bad, and maybe should have probably stayed at Manchester United based on his attributes. All right, boys, that is it. Yeah, I think if Erik ten Hag is going to rely on the youth over the next 2 or 3 seasons, Man United might be in big trouble. So definitely need to strengthen this summer. Let me know, any Manchester United fans, give me 2 or 3 names that you would like to see promoted that you actually think are ready to have a go in the first team next season. Obviously, we've seen Alanga come through. It would be nice for like a Mesbury to come through, I think. Obviously, James Garner I'd like to see as well. So yeah, let me know down in the comments, Manchester United fans, which of the young players in the under-23s, under-18s you think need to be pushed next season. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you've subscribed to the channel, like today's video, and we will see you Thursday. Nagelsmann, iconic tactic. Cheers, guys. Take care. See you later. Thank you to all the patrons on the screen right now. Your support is absolutely tremendous. Thank you very much. If you are interested in becoming a Patreon, supporting the channel with a little monthly donation, please check out the link in the description. There is different perks, football shirt giveaways, competitions, community saves, private Discord group as well. So go check that out. Thank you very much, and we'll see you at the next one.